Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Saturday's What Map. Now today's map tells a story. It is a story of war, and some of the best stories are about war, so it's promising, maybe. It's Weldenthol by Eaglebro, a map with lots of islands, various islands. It's quite flat across the whole and some mountain ridges too. There's your resources and I burn, I would say, by the amount of colour we've got going on there. Brilliant. What do we need? It's the realistic theme and unlimited trees. Now, story of war, okay? I would gladly go to war to not see this animated GIF again. Honestly, it annoys me. In fact, if he wants me to subscribe, I'd actually unsubscribe not to see that GIF again. Okay, just don't go back to the workshop page, BonBon. Just don't go back. Okay, never look back. Never look back. We'll look sideways though at this bridge, which is pretty much perfect. Pretty much ish. There's one or two. I mean, we're looking for absolute perfection, or are we looking for, do you know what, good enough? And these are definitely good enough. There's a slight glitch there in the start of the bridge, slight glitch, slight mini bump, overhanging tree there, doesn't seem to be hit by anything, but it'd be nice to just see that trimmed up, and slightly overhang growing out of the concrete there. See that? A little bit of I mean, some of these trees are right on the limits of where they could possibly be before we've run out of terrain. As you'll see, look at this, right on the edge, some of them dipping their toes in the water, and I mean it makes for a bold statement. Not too bad here. Then we're dipping our toes in the water again there. I don't have major problems with trees dipping their toes in the water. Trees dipping their toes. How did I have trouble saying that? I don't know. Right, another one of these little single span bridges there. And yeah, we are heading off. So you can see the terrain is ultimately very flat. Start square? Anybody? Is that good? Maybe? No? What? Why did I come back? I can't remember. Ah, yes, I see the roads. They just separate up for this intersection. Now, you could easily move it to move those roads just a little bit closer together. That's why I got back. It just seemed, you know, to plop the intersection in place, we had to move the roads. A little bit steep and angular on the ramps there, but not horrific within game terms, but certainly enough to be noticed. Across another little bridge, and not perfectly aligned bridge, but there we are. And where are we? As we're underneath the railway. Yep, rail over road. Okay, and we're following off. Is that the fog I see? It might just be. No, these bridges aren't perfectly aligned either. That's fine. They're perfectly fine bridges. It's just a question of, do you want them absolutely perfectly matching, or are you happy with them just being a little bit out? And some bridges really are just a little bit out. Here we go. Rail. That's okay. It's slightly humpbacked. I would like to have seen it a little bit flatter, but it's within game. Once again, we're looking at a game, and you have to suspend a little bit of disbelief sometimes within the game, and that's okay. This is a little bit too steep for me. I would like to see that smoothed out on the incline. If you're going to go over, that is too steep, that one there. Yeah, if you're going to go over, it's got to be a long, slow, gradual incline. It doesn't have to be exactly like 1 in 100 or anything like that incline, but there we go. Well, this is better. You see, that's a sort of smooth incline that I'd be happy with. And then it dead ends in the forest, so it's like overgrown and no longer used. No, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. That's fine. I know somebody who did an entire abandoned railway line. I can't remember who that was. Oh, it was me. That was it. Here, this is dreadful. We've taken a slight angle and a steep climb as well. Easier coming down though, easier coming down. That's right on the limits of what we would accept within the game. And again here, see, this is fine. Notice whenever we're going over the river, the incline seems to be lower. That's probably because we've got slightly lower build base. Am I saying the right thing here? Could I say Bungle is a bear? Would that count? I don't know. Bungle is a bear. If you're not from the UK, Bungle is as scary as Barney. Barney? Barney? Who? The dinosaur. Why am I can't... Barney the dinosaur? Why can't I think of... Somebody's borrowed half of my memory cells. I don't know. Asset review. Add world's largest tree by Drosovila. I'm guessing that's Drosovila, not Drosovila. And this is this was a competition entry from Cities Skylines. It looks very plastic and Lego to me, or Lego as some countries would call it. Lego is how I pronounce it. It's striking. It's our quirky asset of Saturday, and it's residential. That dinosaur. It's Barney, isn't it? What on earth? I'm going to have to look this up after this episode. My brain's gone. Anyway, world's largest tree by Drosovila, not by Mr. Mason. Oh, that's starting to annoy me. How can I not think of that purple dinosaur's name? Crazy. Shipping routes. Shipping routes. Yep. Everywhere you'd want them, I would suggest. And we're getting close to the story of war, by the way. So don't tune out now if you want to know the story of war. Well, how I perceive it. It's coming up very shortly indeed. But yeah, there's your shipping routes. Everywhere you'd want them, pretty much. Not going across the lands, not clipping, not glitching, not hitting any islands, not going too close to any islands. That's all good. That's all good. Barney the dinosaur. So, something's not making any sense. I don't... Barnaby the bear's my name. They don't call me Jack or Jay. No, that's British. That's 70s or earlier even. What have we got here? Now, the water I don't believe, but there at least it's moving. Okay? There is lots of movement. Once again, with all these little cut-off areas, I guess you've got to do something to get the water moving. But it doesn't... I don't feel it, okay? I don't feel it. But there we go. It's a sump there to suck the water, suck the pollution away from the middle. And again here, sucking the pollution away into that. But that looks like that when you come down to real time, and that is a proper whirlpool. And I think we can allow one, as long as you put some sort of lighthouse near it, or warning, or just, I don't know. Don't have any shipping routes near it. And here's what all that water looks like when you put great big water sources right there. It just looks implausible to me, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. Right, what we got here now? This is some sort of quarry. I'm imagining that this was worth a lot of money and a lot of value in terms of resources during the war. Here's the map. There's your quarry, and the only way you can attack by sea is up this gulf here. See that? So, or you could possibly go that way, I guess. Everything across there is blocked off, so it would be difficult. So let's have a look. So we're coming in by sea, right? Okay, this is a hovercraft maybe, and then we're going to attack up the obvious routes here. And when we get to this point here, and we make landfall, get the tanks up, boys, get the tanks up. Right, and now we're looking to get to that quarry where all the good stuff is, yeah? And we get to here, and we've got to cross this river, which makes it very defendable. That is the only pass on the river. Unless you go this way and cross the bridge, which could easily be blown up. The other route would be to come down here, which is easily defendable as well. So, basically, you don't really want to be landing there, okay? Let's go back and do that again. Right. If we come up this way, and maybe make landfall through here, a bit treacherous, but if you get through here, well, there's your sea defences. Look at this. That is well defended. There's nothing coming through that way at all. That is well and truly solidified against sea invasion. So we're not going that way. Let's go a third path. Let's go this way. Instead of going right, let's go straight on and then take the right and make landfall on this head here. Now, this is slightly different. There's no defences, but when you get here, this is where all the forces are amassed. But they're all facing towards the left. I would like to see some kind of sea defences along here facing out to sea, so that you could take it out. You could make landfall here, I guess, but then you've still got to go through that narrow pass. So over this side, you've got this long, solid barrier, and there's basically no way of getting through there. Hardly any way of getting through there. You can make landfall, but ooh, lighthouse, hello, lighthouses. Oh, hello. So yeah, you can make landfall over the other side of the map if you really wanted to, but the obvious routes, the places where you would want to land, you can't. What are we doing now? Oh, we're just looking at the terrain. The terrain's very flat, great for city building, not great for realism. That's another little bit of and the rock detailing is very nice as well, just dotted here and there. They've not overdone the work, which is good. Good to see, good to know. Mountains, let's have a look at, oh, hang on, well, it's some more rock work here. And yeah, the mountains, they're raised up and they're not, oh, hello, forests. Forests. I thought I was doing mountains. What's going on? Oh yeah, we've got the castle as well, and the castle is believable. It is very simple, very, very simple, and I'm happy to accept that. That to me looks like a castle. Okay, that's great, unlike some other ones that we've seen recently. Yeah, mountains, there we are. Very spindly, very amoeba-y, lots of water pouring out of the top of this one. Not at all realistic, but very pretty. And to be honest with you, that's kind of what counts, kind of. And so the mountain ranges look like this, look like the Germs and the Domestos advert, of course. Where are we going now? I don't know. Ah, this is interesting. In here, lots of wood, lots of wood. But now I'm getting a feeling of Lord of the Rings. Look at all those trees. No, no. I was going to do some sort of quote from the film. I'm not going to. I'm not that pretentious, but yes, Treebeard would not be happy. Right, so what else have we got? We've done all that. We've done all this. Let's find a spot. Let's score this thing, okay? Because I like this little waterfall, even though it's unrealistic. I like it. So aesthetically, do you know what? I like this map more than I should. I know, I do. It's not shouting to me that it's a 4, but I like it more than the 3, so I'm giving it 4. So there. Detailing, I'm going to have to be harsh, I think. I like the detailing here as well, and I think a lot of it is a level of a 4, but for me, there are problems on detailing. So I'm going to have to give it just a 3. Gameplay potential, I think there's a lot we can do here, guys. I think there's an awful lot we can do, especially if you're playing with the former wartime storyline. Let's give that a good 4, actually. So that's Weldenthol by Eaglebro, and that concludes that. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing, and special thanks to my Patreon supporters. For $1 a month, just $1 a month, you can be part of the crew and have some input as well. Anyway, that's it. Join me again tomorrow. We've got a special tomorrow, the making of Merrickstowe, so join me for that one. See you then.